stand up for me real quick. Go ahead. Get out of your chair without using your hands. If you're watching on YouTube, I just did that in my office. Guess what? That's a squat. Maybe not the kind you're thinking about in the gym, but it is still a squat. And chances are you do that movement dozens of times a day. And the stronger you are at it, the easier your life is going to feel. Did you know that about half of your muscle in your entire body lives below your waist? Yep, your glutes, which is your bottom, quads, the front of your leg, hamstrings, the back of your leg. And unfortunately, starting around 30, we gradually start to lose muscle. And after menopause, that whole process speeds up if we aren't strength training. So here's my question. If someone handed you a free tool that could actually help you with blood sugar, metabolism, bone health, balance, independence, you'd probably want it. Am I right? Hey there, welcome back to the Midlife Method. My name is Cam Allen. I love talking about menopause health and fitness. And around here, we keep strength really super simple and practical, and most importantly, doable. Each week, I help you understand what's happening in your midlife body and show you a few small choices that can make a huge difference in your life. Okay, so let's get back to today's episode and your lower body. Women hear all the time on social media, women hear build muscle. What most of us don't realize is muscle acts like another organ when it comes to your metabolic health. So strong legs aren't only about getting off the floor at 80 or picking up your grandbaby, which are really important. Those muscles are working for you all day long. Every time you use your muscles, and we're talking about lower body today, they help pull sugar out of your bloodstream and into your muscles where that sugar belongs. They help you stay more insulin sensitive, which is a good thing because that means the insulin that your pancreas is sending out is actually working. They give your body a bigger place to store the glucose instead of leaving it floating around in your bloodstream. That's how muscles support your metabolism. They help protect your bones because strong muscles pull on the bone and tell the bones to stay strong. And yes, they help you climb off the floor, climb upstairs, hike mountains, carry groceries, carry your suitcase, lift it into the overhead bin, pick up your grandbabies. And if you love hiking, you get to keep doing those trails that you love. So strong legs help you stay free. And here's another one. Did you know that your glutes, your AKA your bottom, that is the biggest muscle in your entire body? They're supposed to do a lot of work every time you stand up, you climb stairs, or you pick something up. And when your glutes get weak, something has to pick up the slack. And often when the knees and the lower back starts complaining, that's what's happening. So when we strengthen our glutes, we're not only building a better bottom, better backside, we're teaching your body to share the workload the way your body was designed to. Can I point something out? There's probably part of you that's really excited about getting stronger in menopause. That part's thinking, maybe this time I'm going to stick with it. And yet, there's another part of us saying, you've had a long day. Yeah, you can just start tomorrow. I need you to know that both parts are actually trying to help you. Today, we're simply going to let the part that wants the stronger future make the next decision. We're going to let that part drive the next 10-ish minutes. And maybe a voice in your head said, my knees can't handle squats. I hear that. I heard that on social media last week. But I want you to pause right there. And I want you to ask yourself, is that even true? Or is it a thought that you carried around for a while? Notice what happens in your body when you ask yourself that question. Because sometimes it is your knees talking. I've had knee surgery on both sides. But sometimes it's just an old story. Today, we're going to move in a way that's actually very kind to your body, and you get to stop anytime and modify anytime. That's not failure. That's actually really good coaching and a way to love and care for yourself. But let's talk about the knees for a second. I hear this often. Cam, I can't squat because my knees hurt. I get it. I've had surgery myself, 2007 and 2020. And sometimes that's true. Sometimes there's something going on with your knee. But many times it isn't the squat that's actually causing the problem. It's the form. It's how you're squatting. And when most people think, oh, just bend your knees, I want you to think, no. I want you to sit your hips back first. That one cue in your head can completely change how your squat feels. Your glutes and your hamstrings are some of the biggest, strongest muscles in your body, and they are designed to do a lot of work. And when they aren't doing their job, your knees often end up doing more than they should. That's why good squat form really matters. We're teaching your hips to share the workload. We're teaching your glutes to wake up. We're building these really strong quads and hamstrings and calves that help protect the knee joint. For a lot of women, that means squats become more comfortable over time, not less. If you're using good squat form, your knees are going to actually feel better. That's why I start women many times using a chair squat. The chair teaches you to sit back with confidence. It gives your body feedback. It helps you build strength and good movement patterns from day one. Remember, we're not practicing perfect squats here. We're practicing at getting better at our squats. And over time, better squats usually lead to stronger legs, happier knees, more confidence when you sit down and you stand back up. Okay, so let's get moving. I'm going to actually do a demo in my office today if you're watching on a YouTube, and I'm going to show you two moves. So watch me and I talk about it. Now, just remember, anytime I'm coaching a workout, I want you to do them in your own time and use a weight that feels right for you. And I also want you to rest when you need to, because there's no need to keep up with me or anybody else. It's simply you and your body figuring this out together. And I find that follow along workouts are often a distraction and a way to further disconnect from our body. And I actually believe that menopause is the time to get in touch with your body. So here I am in my office with no shoes on because I love the way it feels, the floor under my feet. I get really good feedback from your feet. If you like not wearing shoes, try it. It helps me feel more stable and I can really spread out my toes and feel the pressure through my whole foot. So if you're comfortable, give barefoot a try. It is a game changer. Okay, move number one is the chair squat. So I want you to stand in front of a chair with your feet about hip distance apart. And I want you to reach your hips back like you're aiming for that chair. Go slowly, and then lightly tap that seat and then press through your entire foot and stand all the way back up. I'm going to show you if you're watching on YouTube. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, that's how you do a squat. Did you feel that? Did you feel your glutes and your quads and your hamstrings doing exactly what they're supposed to do? Now, I'm using a high chair, like a counter height chair. It obviously would be easier if you were using a lower chair, but I want you to pick a chair that feels right to you. So again, feet are hip distance, toes are turn out just slightly, just a little bit. And I want you to send your hips back first. That's really important. Not sending your knees forward. You're going to feel it in your knees. That's not what we're doing. We're loading our hips first. Every rep that you do sends a message to your body. I still need these muscles. And if that feels so like too easy, then I want you to hold a dumbbell at your chest. That's called a goblet squat. It looks like this if you're watching on YouTube. I want you to hold a dumbbell at your chest. And if that feels too challenging, well, then slow it down and practice simply standing up and sitting down in a chair that feels challenging to you. So, again, I have a tall chair in my office, but like my dining room chair is a lot lower. In my family room, I'll practice on the edge of the couch, which is even lower. Use what you have, whatever feels right for you. Just know your version is the right version and it counts. Okay, move number two I love is the deadlift. So I want you to grab a dumbbell or two dumbbells or a water jug or a backpack or whatever you have. And I want you to hold it in front of your thighs. Your legs are more underneath your body for the deadlift. And what I want you to do is softly unlock your knees, just like a little bend in your knees, and push your hips straight back like you're closing the car door with your butt, with your behind. Okay. And I want you to let that weight slide down the front of your legs, like touch your thighs. And when you get to around your knees or maybe a little lower your knees, then I want you to stand up straight, stand up strong. Let that weight slide down your legs like I want it to touch your body. And once it gets to your knees or a little past your knees, That's where we stop. You're going to feel the stretch in the back of your legs, maybe your lower back. And then I want you to squeeze your glutes and stand up tall. This one really wakes up all the muscles that support your lower back, and it gives you power for walking, and it helps doing the things that you love. And it really helps with your posture. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to demonstrate. Let me step back. Hold the weight in front. Unlock my knees. Unlock my knees. Once I get to my knees, stand up strong. Squeeze my bottom. Hips back, shoulders forward. Stand up strong. I haven't really figured out how to demo in my office with a microphone and all that stuff. Anyway, I hope you get the point. If you're listening to the podcast on any of the platforms, check out the YouTube, which will be linked so you can actually see me do a deadlift, or check out social media because I do deadlifts all the time and squats. Okay, so this is your homework. I want you to do 8 to 10 reps of each, 8 to 10 reps of the squats, 8 to 10 reps of the deadlifts. I want you to rest when you need to rest. That's it. And I want you to repeat that whole thing for 4 rounds. You don't need an hour. You really never needed an hour. Every single squat and every single hinge, every single workout, every time you say yes is a small deposit in your future. You're not only building stronger legs, you're building better blood sugar control, a better metabolism, you're protecting your bones, and you're improving your balance. Believe me, squats and deadlifts are a great way to give yourself more freedom so you can say yes to your life. You are worth 10 minutes. Say it with me. I am worth 10 minutes. Because menopause isn't simply a list of all these changing things. I believe it's an invitation to get to know the woman you are becoming and to love her enough to move for her. So thanks for spending a little time with me today. If you haven't already, hit subscribe so I can keep cheering you on. Tell me in the comments, which move are you ready to start with today? Are you going to do the chair squat? Are you in for the hip hinge or the deadlift? I read every single comment and I totally appreciate you being here. If you ever want the upper body companion workout, it's right here. I'll link it. Put the two together and you've got a simple full body strength routine. Thanks for being here and I'll see you next week.